Holy shit! Give it up for Dan, whoever. Our next comedian, I've only been in comedy for about 8 months, and some people could question whether or not I've been in comedy, but at any rate, I didn't know this next comic. I hadn't seen him, and I saw him recently at an open mic, and I thought, holy shit. And so I want to introduce you to Riley Mccarthy.
Thanks, Dorothy. How you guys doing tonight? Oh, fuck that. Let's bring the energy up. This side of the room say, hell yeah. This side of the room say, God damn.
God damn!
This side of the room say, what's up?
What's up?
This side of the room say, 9/11 was an inside job.
9/11 was an inside job!
This side of the room say, let's fucking do it.
Let's fucking do it!
This side of the room say, Dick Cheney allowed 9/11 to happen in order to catalyze the rise of the New World Order.
Dick Cheney allowed the 9/11.
This side of the room say, what? This side of the room say the U.S. entered the Iraq War so that Dick Cheney could launder money for his former employers at Halliburton. This side of the room say, hi, Poppy. This side of the room say that on August 21st, 2001, a dossier was placed on Donald Rumsfeld's desk containing CIA profiles of 3 men who would later go on to be integral parts of the attacks on the World Trade Center. However, due to a criminal level of negligence, they were not put on no-fly list and the attacks on the World Trade Centers were allowed to occur.
Hey, Pop.
Yeah! Give a hand for yourself, you guys. That was fun. That's how I like to start my sets. Get the crowd pumped and paranoid. Yeah, that's what I like. A little bit about me. My name's Riley, and I'm an extraordinarily talented person. It's true. Very true. Full of talent. I can read, write, sing, dance, stand-up comedy, music, painting, you name it. I could tell you the age of any cat, based purely on its depth and timbre of purr. That's true. I could do it. I could appraise for you, sir, the cost of any egg, be it Fabergé, Goose, or other. It's true. I can do that. I can shoot a free throw. 2 tries. That's right. Full of talent. I have a highly mathematical mind. You, man, give me any 2 numbers between 10 and 100.
6 and 9.
6 and 9? Not between 10 and 100. One more try. One more try. You know what? I'm going to let you ride on that one. She sounded confident when she said it. I like confidence. I can relate to that. I, too, am very confident. I get on the bus, I don't even think about touching the handrails, guys. I stride willfully to the back, like a fancy soldier, so I can get a good seat and watch Yu-Gi-Oh clips on my iPhone, Dan. Confidence. Full of it. I'm so talented. You guys, I'm so talented. I wake up every day and realize talents I didn't even know I had. Por ejemplo, for example. That's Spanish. Keep up. I was sitting on my porch this morning enjoying a fine domestic cigarette when out of the corner of my eye, spotted a housefly perched on the chair next to me. Without even thinking, snatched it up, bare hands. That's a thing I can do! I captured that living being using only my hand, my mind, and my heart. It's at an impasse in the moment, you guys. Didn't think it through, though. Many, many talents. Impulse control. Not one of them. I now had a fly in my hand. Was it alive? Shook it up? Inconclusive. Filed that under yet to be determined. Had to decide what to do with this fly. I could crush it. No! Extinguish an innocent life? That would be dishonorable. I'm nothing, ma'am. Nothing without my honor. No. Couldn't crush it. I could eat it. Consume its power. Never! Could you imagine me with an ounce more of power? I would simply be too strong. No. You'd have to strike me dead where I stand to save the future of the human race. No, couldn't crush it. Couldn't eat it. Had to do the only honorable thing. I had to set it free. So I whispered it a small prayer. Promised that on our next meeting I would toast to it with the heartiest glass of wine. And I set it free. Wah! It was a raisin. It's just a loose raisin, you guys. Oh my god. Is it just me? In general? Like, do you guys exist? You all here right now? You can tell me if you don't exist, sir. I wouldn't judge you for that. You do? You're here? With me right now? I think so. Thank God! Okay, I love an audience that exists, and I trust you when you say that. Trust is very important in any relationship, and I consider us in a relationship right now. So I have trust with all of you. Trust, very important. Any relationship. Mother-daughter, husband-wife, audience member, misunderstood genius. We need to have trust. I think I'm a trustworthy person. I'm trying to be trustworthy. I'm not always great at telling the truth. I've been lying about being a doctor for the past 6 months, and that's been kind of a problem lately. Context. About 6 months ago, I did a little stint at Unity Mental Hospital. If you're not familiar with Unity, what it is it's a very underfunded, understaffed mental health facility that has the vibe of a well-funded, overstaffed haunted house, you know? It's like the hallways are just full of shambling, dead-eyed creatures, only instead of zombies, it's the mentally ill. And instead of ghosts, it's haunted by a broken healthcare system, so it's fun. So I did my stint at Unity, and I got discharged to outpatient at Providence. That's not the funny part of the story, but I love that you're with me. And, is this why it's funny? This is just what I'm doing to stay awake. I've been working all day. So I'm at outpatient at the Providence Clinic, and across the street there's a Starbucks. And I start going there every day after treatment. It's my fucking American embassy of sanity, you know? I do a good job at brain school, I deserve a latte. And I start forming this relationship with this barista named Mary. Now Mary's great, she's the yin to my yang. You know, her, calm, collected, patient, me, wild-eyed, covered in cat hair, shrieking. We balance each other out. And I'm in there one day, and I'm just ranting to Mary about my day. I'm like, oh God. Mary, today, Dr. Lauer was just on my ass about every little thing. To which Mary says, yeah, coworkers can be hard. Now, what I should have said in that moment was something along the lines of, no, you misunderstand. I'm not a doctor, I'm a patient. What I did say in that moment was, yeah, being a doctor's fucking nuts. I had to lie, you guys. I felt like I had to lie. It was the quickest I'd ever gotten a promotion, okay? I went from being a fucking prisoner to warden in like 3 seconds. It was amazing. And this was 6 months ago. I've kept the lie going, and it's gotten elaborate, you guys. I got a turtleneck, I carry a clipboard. I don't know if those are things actual doctors have, but you know, I learned to be a doctor the same way Trump learned to be a president, just imitating what I saw on TV in the 90s. It works, turns out. I got a groan for that one, I love it. It's pandering. And you know, things started happening where if you tell a lie long enough, you actually start to believe your own lie. It's a process called pseudologic mythomania. I know that's what it's called because I'm a fucking doctor, you guys. I am. It's true. Are there any doctors in the room tonight? This is the Southwest Waterfront. Any OHSU heads? Ooh, you're all too afraid. You're afraid that I will out-doctor you. Yeah, that's the thing. Being a doctor isn't about having a degree. It's about having confidence. That's what they don't tell you. Are you a doctor, sir, mister?
I am.
You are? Aren't you also the guy who said your name was Butt earlier? I don't want you around my body with any sort of surgical or medical device. I wouldn't let you give me a Tylenol, sir. I'm sorry if that's disrespectful.
You remembered my name.
I will always remember you, Dr. Butt, forever and ever. So I've been telling this lie to Mary, and I think it's going great. Because I'm mentally ill, and that's how I think things go when my lie doesn't get called out. And it's going great until about 2 weeks ago, when I'm talking to Mary, you know, hashing out, talking to her about the pros and cons of treating substance use disorder with naltrexone. A topic that as a doctor I just Googled. And we're talking when in through the front door walks my actual doctor, Henry Lauer. Know what you're thinking, Riley, you're busted. Fuck no. I think quick. Turn to Mary and I'm like, be cool. That's one of my patients. He thinks he's a fucking doctor. And it worked. You guys are a fun crowd, man. You all look straight-laced, but you're fucking animals underneath it. I know you're all animals. animals, because I've used that men's room 3 times since I got here tonight. Every time I walk in there, seat down, covered in piss. This is the Southwest Waterfront. You guys have money. You're treating this place like a frat house. What is wrong with you? You're poor house cleaners. That's the last time. That's not the last time I'm going to make fun of you guys for being rich. That's just a heads up. Nervous laughter gives me strength. Actually, yeah, let's keep getting to know each other. Growler guys, let's see. Are there any straight people in the audience tonight? Oh, a tepid response. That's a very straight way to answer that question. I love it. I also love that there are a couple straight couples here that are clearly couples and didn't clap. And to you guys, I want you to know that your silence is noticed and appreciated. Thank you. That's how I like my straight people, full of shame and completely silent. Question to the straight people in the room: what do you guys fucking talk about? Like at all, ever? Like I don't know. Are you straight, sir?
Me?
Yeah. What was the last conversation you had? Are you here with a friend?
I'm here with my wife.
You here with your wife? Okay. What was the last thing you guys had a conversation about? These guys don't talk. Dr. Butt, are you a marriage counselor by any chance? I think we have some work for you later tonight. Okay, I'll ease up. I'm poking too hard. I asked that question because honestly, are you telling me to pick on him personally, Dorothy?
Well, yeah, because
what did you do to piss Dorothy off?
Find out.
Are you straight, sir? Are you? You know what, Dorothy? We're gonna leave that one alone. I have trouble interfacing with straight people sometimes, because most of my friends are other queer people, because straight people are boring or whatever. And I think it keeps happening where I'll go to a party with a friend where they're the only person I know there, and inevitably at some point in the night I'll get left alone in a room with some straight dude named Zach. Right? And if you're gonna leave me alone with your straight friend at a party, you might as well be leaving me there with your 6-year-old son, because that is the level of conversation I'm prepared to have. It's just like, hey buddy, you like pizza? You like football? Who's your favorite team? I love their big red outfits or whatever. Yeah, maybe that's on me. Let's see. You guys are great. I guess I'll tell you a little bit about me since you guys have been so fun. I just changed my antidepressants. Anyone here taking antidepressants? Ooh. The comics in the room are like, yeah! You're all just so well adjusted. I love it. I also don't believe like half of you. I'm taking an antidepressant right now that gives me erectile dysfunction. Oh yeah, I know, right? Who said aw? Alright, okay, I'll stop crying. I have erectile dysfunction. I've been recently checking out online cures, like home remedies, which I wouldn't recommend. It's not like a problem you can solve by thickening it up with cornstarch. The human body isn't a stroganoff, turns out. It's like you go online to research erectile dysfunction. It's all ridiculous things like you stretch it over an embroidery hoop, hit it with some hairspray, stuff like that. I never tried Viagra. I'm thinking about trying it. Well, I've never taken Viagra how you're supposed to take it. Oh, I should say that. I did when I was 16 once, when I was on a coke binge. I did try snorting my dad's Viagra one time. Let me tell you, it got me, it got me sick, you guys. It got me really sick. It's not how you're supposed to take Viagra at all. When I tell people I have erectile dysfunction because of my medication, it's usually straight people that are like, man, I wouldn't take that, man. If my dick didn't work, I wouldn't want to live. I'm like, I don't want to live in the first place, dog. That's why I'm on antidepressants. Keep up, Zach. All right, I'll leave you guys with a story, I guess. I almost got into a fight recently. Anyone here recently got into a fight? I'm gonna keep going to the crowd. No?
No.
No, of course not. This is the Southwest Waterfront. You guys are all too passive aggressive for actual conflict. I almost got into a fight. I was at a Plaid Pantry, which should surprise no one. If you've ever been to a plaid pantry after 1 a.m., it's fucking international waters, dude. Like, it is like Mad Max, no rules, just right. There's like fucking babies smoking cigarettes, people throwing dice in the cooler. Pretty sure I saw a pigeon with an eye patch hanging out. But I was 2 a.m., I just got done playing basketball in the rain with my parole officer, it goes. And I popped into a plaid pantry to get a Gatorade. And there's a red lace in front of me in line. And I see, does everyone here know what a red lace is?
No.
No? None of you? Holy shit, okay. This is gonna get fun then. So what a red lace is in skinhead Nazi culture, these dweeb-ass nerds showed their rank in the organization by the color of their shoelaces. And to achieve the status of red lace, you have to have beaten or stabbed an immigrant, a person of color, a Jew, or a queer person. Fun, right? Yes, I promise this ends with a joke. But I see this dude in my neighborhood, in the plaid pantry, full regalia, shaved head, SS tattoo, red laces. And so as a queer man, I get kind of pissed off, so I get in his face a bit. I'm like, how'd you get those red laces? How'd you get those red laces, dog? Which out of context must have sounded insane to everyone else in the store. Just like Foot Locker, dude. Jesus Christ, get off his ass about it. And before you guys start thinking that I was being like brave or heroic in this moment, I should probably mention this guy was about 5 foot tall. Maybe weighed $110. He's one of those mini biglets I like to call him. When I say skinhead, I feel like you guys are all picturing Edward Norton in American History X. Like, picture Edward Norton in Moonrise Kingdom. Like, not a threat at all. If I wanted to, I probably could have just scooped him up, ran down, thrown him in the Willamette. And the fight didn't happen. The person behind the counter broke it up. Nothing happened. But it's all I could think about for weeks. I was obsessing over it. When something like that happened, it's like all you could think about. And I realized the reason I was obsessing over it, and the reason it made me so upset, was the reason I approached it in the first place. It was the red laces. Got me thinking. I was like, these bigoted, homophobic assholes have the gall to show their pride with a colorful piece of flair. I'm sorry, that is gay as shit, my dude. It just is. Like, you cannot